Welcome to GabTalks, where we provide tools, tips, and techniques to help your life and business be easier, better, and faster. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Oh my gosh. Welcome to GabTalks. Today, I am bringing to you a lady who has such an interesting background with such an incredible story. I am so excited to bring to you guys Dr. Ida Greene. How are you today?
I'm truly blessed, truly blessed.
Awesome. Well, let's jump right in and have you tell everybody about your expertise so that they can understand why I invited you to be one of our guests.
Yes, I'm really happy because I realize that part of who I am is my own journey to self love and also listen to my inner guidance. So I am really, that's who I am, and that's what I've been. The journey I've been on most of my life is really looking at my own self love and looking at my inner guidance to hear what is my next step for me to do it, to take in life.
That's awesome. And you were telling me earlier about some of the clients that you work with and how you guide them. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, I was just talking with a lady last night that I had worked with in 2015. And, I asked her, what was it about me? I said, I really would like to have more clients. And you said, you're very trustworthy. I felt like you allowed me to share the darker shadow part of myself and to talk about that. And she put on an art show, and she said, I never made that much money since. She made $1,500 on an art show, but she was just really very open, and we were doing YouTube. She just allowed me to go places with her. I'd never gone with anyone, but I realized because I was trustworthy. She said, I just felt comfortable with you. I could relax and just tell you anything that I knew about myself, and I felt I'd be safe and secure and sharing. So I felt really honored that she allowed herself to be vulnerable enough to let me get into the innermost parts of herself. So it's a pleasure, and it's a gift that I have to allow people to feel comfortable to share their darkest secrets with me.
It really is quite a gift. I myself love having conversations with people and having them share things that they were like, oh, I wouldn't normally share that with people. So, personally, I think it's awesome that you are the kind of coach and guide that comes across and is very trustworthy because there are plenty of them out there that aren't. Do you want to talk about that for a moment?
Yes, what I realized just recently when I was in LA in the airport, I had a man to come up. I went in to charge my phone, and this man just walked up to me and started telling me all kinds of things about himself. And I was surprised he was telling me some negative stuff, but I just see everyone as loving and perfect and acceptable. So what he told me some things that kind of shocked me, but I just listened, and he didn't even know me. And he said, would you pray for me? So I felt really, really comfortable that this man would feel that all this bad stuff he was telling me, that I would be acceptable of him and embrace him and not, yeah, I didn't condemn him, even though I was shocked I didn't know it. And he just telling me all this stuff about him. So I'm really, I feel privileged that people can share their darkest things with me. Clear blue strangers can just, can share things about themselves, and I
Right.
can accept them, embrace them for being who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible. So, Dr. Ida, before we started recording, you were telling me about your background and your own personal journey that got you to here where you are today. Would you like to share some of that with our audience?
Yes, I will. My journey has been quite interesting because I grew up in a very poor family. My mother could not read and write, and I really went to school and didn't have any lunch money every day.
Oh,
But I had a desire to get educated because my mom told me every day, get an education, get an education. That's something no one can take away from you. And
right.
so I was just really intent on getting an education because I was the first person in my family to graduate from high school, to get a bachelor's, become a nurse, to get a bachelor's, become my master's, and get a teacher credential. So, but that the inspiration of her telling me to get an education really inspired me. And that's why I'm just a lifelong learner. And I love learning. Plus, my mother just enjoyed, she couldn't read and write. So she lived all of her life experiences through me. So whatever I did, she was doing it too. So it made a big difference for her.
How was that for you?
Oh, it was great because I love to please my mom. I love to please my dad. My dad loved for me to get good grades, and he would pay me when I was younger to get an A and a B. So
Right?
my dad could only go to the 12th grade too, and he couldn't go to college. So they just valued education. So I was like the person in the family who could live out they could live all their dreams and aspirations to me. And I enjoyed it because I got a lot of attention there. I was it set me on a little pedestal. She's the one who's doing all these great things, and so
Right.
it worked for them and me. We both was our needs were met.
Wow, that's really cool. I wish more people had that kind of relationship with their families, because family is so important. And speaking of, before we started recording, I asked you who was your inspiration and your influence, and you had an unusual one that was really, really important to framing how you chose to go down your own path. Will you share that with us?
Yes, when I was 6 years old, I saw a picture of my aunt who was in Chicago. She had this white nursing cap on. And I thought, I want to become a nurse. Plus, at the time, my mother was doing housework and she worked for a lady who was an RN. So my mother kept talking about that. But my aunt was named Ida and I was named after her. So I wanted to become a nurse like my aunt. And I just would not let anything get in the way of me pursuing that might become an RN. So I was just passionate about that and it took me a little while, but I finally became an RN. So it was really important for me.
That's unusual and really interesting. You also became a teacher, and you were telling me about your influences that made you choose to become a teacher.
Yes, every day after school, I had to go to my house. I had to walk past my sixth grade teacher, Miss Bascom, and she would have me with cookies and milk. And we didn't have cookies and milk at my house because there wasn't much food there. But she would just tell me about her daughter in college, and that inspired me. So after I became a nurse, I became a teacher because Miss Bascom inspired me to become a nurse. A teacher, Miss Appreciative Ms. DeVault, all of these teachers inspired me. In fact, my ninth grade teacher wanted me to come live with her in the summer, and my mom would let me go. But she just saw something in me that she wanted to become my mother, but my mother just she was want to keep all her kids in the house. So all my teachers saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and they wanted me to excel and to evolve. So my teacher was a very, especially Miss Bascom, because when I wrote my first book, I dedicated to her because she inspired me to be better than what I was, become a bigger person.
Well, your teachers did exactly what teachers are supposed to do. So that is amazing. And I know that I had several teachers from elementary school and high school that really impacted how I chose to show up in the world as well. Hello, hello, awesome listener. Thank you so much for joining us today at GabTalks Success Tips from Experts. We're going to take a short break and say thank you to our sponsors. It is through the generous support of these sponsors that we are able to bring to you these amazing experts that are sharing their best tips for your success. So please listen to what our sponsors have to say, and hopefully they're going to inspire you that you're going to click their links and go support them.
Ever wish you had a generous, wealthy uncle? Well, this Gab Talk sponsor may be the next best thing. If you've ever found yourself wishing some successful person would willingly invest their time, energy, and money in you to help you crawl out of the drudgery of your life, then this is your lucky day. Most people will ignore this. They'll think it's too good to be true. But if you'll pay attention, you may just discover that he is the guy. And as you might imagine, this is exactly why I've been asked not to reveal his identity. If I did, he would surely be overwhelmed by countless people sending in their sob stories in hopes of getting a handout. Well, he can't help everybody. He's not a charity. He's a business philanthropist, and he's made millions and would like to give back. He's willing to give a few total strangers a hand up. If you would like him to invest in you and you want more wealth, better health, and a drastically improved quality of life, simply click the link and tell him your story. Be honest. He'll see what he can do. I can't promise he's going to solve all of your problems, but he will make you this promise. If you have the courage to tell your story, he'll read every word and give you a valuable gift just for doing so. So go ahead. What are you waiting for? Click the link and share your story.
Is your computer secure? Is your personal information at risk? Global internet traffic is at an all-time high due to COVID, with mobile accounting for over half of it. Is your financial data under attack? People are on YouTube and Facebook and all over social media. Hackers are everywhere. Can you protect yourself? Tech Assist can help. I think I've been hacked. Help. Keep your personal data safe. Oh no, my computer isn't working. Abby and Dar are your answer.
So let's talk about if you were to go back and speak to your younger self and give yourself one piece of advice to take you down that path to success, what would that be?
It would probably be that life is a journey and that to enjoy the process and to just play along the way and have fun. Because when I was with Mrs. Bascom, she had us flying around the pole, playing around the pole. And I was just remember playing and with my little my yellow dress, and I just playing and very free and having fun. So I would want to continue that path of just playing and be free flowing and having fun and go through life. It takes you easy through life when you're not worrying and you're having fun and you're playful. So I want to keep reminding myself to be my young, playful self so people can be attracted. They want to be around people that's playful and loving and kind and joyful. So if I can remember to be that young girl that's always loving and playful and kind and compassionate, then I will attract those kind of people around me.
Well, and we grow up and we think that we're not supposed to be that person as an adult because we get taught that you go to the job and you clock in and and things become so rigid, and they don't have to be, do they?
No, we can have fun.
Absolutely. So let's tap into that a little bit more. How do you teach others how to have fun?
Well, it's really is, but my essence, I'm very playful, I'm very joyful, I'm very passionate, I'm very loving, I'm very inviting and kind and warm. So people see that in me and they gravitate in to feel loved and protected and to feel wanted and belong. And because I let down my guard and allow them to come to my heart, they come in there to play and then they want to stay.
I mean, who doesn't want to hang out and play? Why wouldn't they want to stay? So, Dr. Ida, if you were talking to a group of people and sharing actionable advice that they could do right now to lead down their path to success, what would that look like?
Really tell them to really be themselves, be natural, let down their guard, invite people into who they are, and just enjoy themselves. Because life is about enjoying ourselves, it's about pleasure, it's about having fun, but it's also just letting people into our heart and into our lives because they can bless us and we can bless them. So we're all one family. So I'll just say, I tell myself I go to meet my family so they can say the same thing, that people are a blessing to them. And once we see them as helping us and wanting to move us forward, then there's nothing to be feared because it's always going to be a pleasant experience.
That's incredible. And I love what you just said. Is there any other advice you'd like to share?
Well, I really want to say that our best experience is yet to come. There's always people want to help us. I tell myself, people come in my life to bless me, I bless them. So I'm always seeing it as an upgrade when people come to my life, and because I know that my life will be better and they will be better by meeting me, and I would definitely be better by meeting them because they're going to share a part of me, their soul essence that can help me to be a better person. So I just feel that, well, certainly I feel that we're all brothers and sisters, and we're all just connected, united together, and with love binding us together, there's nothing to keep us apart.
Absolutely. On each episode of GabTalks Success Tips from Experts, we like to highlight a hero sponsor who is a business that chooses to highlight a do-good organization in their own community that is bettering the world. Today's hero sponsor is...
Hello, I'm Dr. Anna Maria Blevin, founder and CEO of Prosperity Pathways, LLC. We get people their jobs of their dreams. We help them start a business or organization, and we even help them along their career pathway. It gives me great pleasure to bring to your attention and honor the hero of the moment, Onward and Upward. Onward and Upward does everything in its power to help those that are homeless, without jobs, without the use of their own computer, get back on their feet. They help people learn what it is that they need to do to get an online job, to get an on-site job. So Onward and Upward is giving a hand up to those that need it. Their website, onwardupwardinc.org. Get in touch with them if you need their help or if you would like to support them. Again, this is Dr. Anna Maria Blevin, founder and CEO of Prosperity Pathways, wishing you a blessed day.
Well, speaking about keeping us together instead of apart, how can somebody reach out to you and find out how they can be playful and together with you?
Well, I have a free ebook on my website, and they can go to that website and I don't know if you have the link, but they can go to my website, www.askdrI.com, get that free intuition ebook, and that will tell them a lot about me, and they will also be in my circle of influence.
So your website is askdrida.com. Awesome. And we can find you on social media where?
Yeah, it's facebook.com/one Ida Greene with an E. There's another Ida Greene, but I'm number one Ida Greene.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Are you on any other social
On
media?
LinkedIn, it's the Journey to Self-Love.
Journey to Self-Love. Awesome. And we'll make sure those links are below in the description and in the show notes for the audience to click on. And did you have an offer to share with our audience as well?
Yes, that free ebook, intuition ebook, that tells them about how their inner guidance and how important it is and how they can use that to guide them through life. So go to my website and get that free ebook. It will give you a lot of information, but also you'll learn how to love, be kind and compassionate, and just have fun in life, because life is a journey.
Right? So
Absolutely.
You guys, make sure you click the links below. Check out how you can reach out to Dr. Ida. Go take a look at the ebook and see how she can help you on your journey. And don't forget to click the subscribe button. Make sure you set your reminder so you know when our next episode is airing. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Ida.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. We hope you got value today. We want to give a huge shout out of gratitude to our contributors. Please make sure you click the subscribe button below and don't forget to click the bell up above to get reminders when we add new content.